Mind-bending race-winning attacks of Remco Evenepoel. Number 9. San Sebastián 2019. A compact peloton started the last 50 kilometers, with the Murgil-Tontorra, 1.8 kilometers at 11.3%, to come. The Murgil-Tontorra would be the action point, just like in previous editions. Tom Skujins attacked in the last 20 kilometers and Remco Evenepoel joined him. By the foot of the Murgil-Tontorra their lead was 48 seconds. Remco then dropped his brake companion, Tom's, and soloed into San Sebastián 38 seconds ahead of the chasers. Number 8. Volta ao Algarve em Bicicleta 2020 Stage 2. At the foot of the final climb, Alto da Foia, with 8 kilometers to go the peloton had been reduced to 30 men. Crossing the 500 meters marker, at the end of the 183.9 kilometers stage, Remco lit up his attack riding away from a further reduced bunch, winning stage 2 just ahead of Max Shakman. Number 7. Vuelta a Burgos Stage 3 Sargentes de la Laura to Pico Blanco. After a chase was organized consisting of Esteban Chavez, George Bennett, Richard Carapaz and Evenepoel, it wasn't long before they caught the solo break of Roger Adria within the final 3 kilometers. The race exploded when Evenepoel dropped his fellow chasers, and surged past Adria inside of 2 kilometers, soloing to victory on the summit of the Pico. Number 6. Tour de Pologne 2020 Stage 4 Bukowina Resort to Bukowina Tatsanska. In the past, the winner emerged on the final ascent, but Evenepoel had other plans and stormed away with 51 kilometers remaining, which proved to be the decisive move of the stage. In full-time trial mode and extremely focused, Evenepoel continued to increase his gap to almost 2 minutes, easing up only with 200 meters to go, when he held aloft the number 75, in a tribute to his teammate. Number 5. Volta a la Comunitat Valencia 2022. Stage 1 Les Alqueries to Torralba del Pinar. It would come down to the final 4.6 kilometer long Torralba del Pinar climb. Evenepoel soon showed who was the strongest with a solo attack that left his rivals struggling. He opened a gap as the gradient eased and the climb ended, and then he dived down the short descent to the finish. Number 4. Liège-Bastogne-Lièage 2022. 27 kilometers from the finish, Evenepoel launched a blistering solo attack, dropping the peloton in the final meters of the La Redoubt climb. With under 15 kilometers to go, Evenepoel dropped Armorel to become the sole leader and pushed the gap to 43 seconds. Attacks in the peloton were made behind, dropping the gap to 17 seconds. As the chasers gathered themselves, Evenepoel was able to regain his 30-second advantage to the line. Number 3. Tour of Norway 2022. Stage 1 Bergen to Voss. The 174 km stage started out in Bergen and featured mostly flat terrain apart from a couple of short climbs, but the honors would come down to the punchy final climb. Quick-Step and Uno X combined to keep the day's breakaway under control, and the race was altogether heading into Voss, which measured 2.1 kilometers at a vicious average gradient of 8.4%. Attacks came and went, but it came down to a dash to the line, with Evenepoel strongest of the lot. Number 2. Tour of Norway 2022. Stage 3 Goal to Stavsro, Gårdstetoppen. The Belgian made his winning move with 5 kilometers to go on the 12k uphill finish to Stavsro and the mountaintop finish of the Gårdstetoppen. Across the long descent towards the valley and uphill finish to Stavsro, the main group of chasers caught the break. From the reduced group, Tau Geoghegan Hart launched an attack with just under 9 kilometers to go, Hermann falling back and out of the lead. A trio took over, Luke Plapp, Jay Vine and Evenepoel, who made his move on a 9% gradient. Number 1. Donostia San Sebastián Clásica 2022. Jonathan Caicedo was first over the Erlates, but Remco Evenepoel soon took over. Behind, men like Jai Hindley and Alejandro Valverde couldn't hold on, only Simon Yates could follow the Belgian at the front. 1.8 kilometers from the top, Yates was also dropped. Evenepoel continued alone for almost 45 kilometers to win. What will he win next? Let me know in the comments.